Hello and what is up, YouTube land? It's Chill Boys playing Dead Space Remake. Hey, it's something we're playing within like a couple weeks of it coming out.
This is brand new. It's not even 1 week old. So yeah, this is, if you want my opinion right off the bat,
let's go.
This is a good remake. They modernized it with some of the Dead Space 2 mechanics, but overall they did not change that much. And it's faithful to the original while also being better. It's not like the perfect remake, but I like it. So if that's all you wanted to hear and you want to play it yourself, go ahead. This playthrough, we're just going to do medium. I did play this game through hard, but new game hard is kind of, you know, with me and Spencer talking and not focusing that much, it's going to be tough. So just medium, that's fine. And new game plus is like when you have all the amazing weapons maxed, even on hard, the game melts. So it's either like medium new game or hard new game plus, and I don't want to do new game plus.
So the...
Oh.
What?
I don't know. My PS5 has been acting up, so hopefully it's fine.
The creator of Dead Space must be seething, because no one liked very much Callisto Protocol. Like, from what, you know, from the general sentiment is pretty, you know, pretty alright, but could have been much better. Including this PS5.
Dude, what is going on? I don't understand. Alright, I guess I'll hook it up. Oh, okay.
Oh! That was weird.
They did... I swear that they released one patch for it yesterday, and it made the game worse. So I really hope that this doesn't...
That's awesome. Anyway, so the creator must be seething because everyone likes the Dead Space remake. And not so much Callisto Protocol. So.
Yeah, I haven't played Callisto Protocol. I think if I had played it, I think it'd be decent. Because I like horror games like that.
I wish I could talk to you.
She is strikingly older.
I'm sorry about everything.
It is true.
She looks mid-40s here, maybe?
The models, they updated Isaac's look. So surprisingly, they got back the original voice actor for Isaac. So that's cool. He sounds a little bit different, but I mean, Dead Space 3 came out literally over a decade ago. But they changed his face. He looks a little bit more generic. But Daniel's looks like almost exactly the same, so that's good. Kind of looks like a dad.
He just looks like a dude.
Yeah.
6 months apart.
Original Isaac
It's rough.
also looked like a dude, but he looked like the dude.
Yeah, and he was actually based off the voice actor. I only learned about this like yesterday, but Isaac from 2 and 3 was based off the actual voice actor. It looks pretty similar.
That's cool. So everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, everything's good.
Okay.
Isaac Clarke does not have the worst, most depressing life ever.
Who has a worse life, Isaac Clarke or Solid Snake? That's the first that comes up to my mind of someone who just gets tortured.
Well, Solid Snake doesn't have to deal with dementia for years, so definitely Snake has a better life.
Snake's life is much shorter, though.
Yeah, it's true. And also, Isaac's life sounds like it was okay. For the most part.
Isaac wasn't bred to fight necromorphs. Question of the part.
But him getting into the Ishimura right now ruins his entire life.
Yeah. Well, question of the part. Okay. What video game protagonist has the worst life? Let us know. 2 off the top of our heads: Isaac Clarke, Solid Snake, plenty of others. Just people who are just BTFO'd constantly.
Computer analyst comes with the job.
I ran standard CUC background checks with standards. If you want to work in the
I mean, this is a remake, so we can't really give anything away. I guess if he didn't go on the Ishimura, like, the world would still be screwed, because, like, necromorphs and the marker and stuff still exist.
Yeah, the Church of Unitology would have got their hands on the marker and would have ruined everything. So Isaac Clarke really needed to go into there, but we're just going to go into full spoilers, so if you don't like that...
It's a remake of a 15-year-old game.
But Dead Space 2, the start of Dead Space 2 is that Isaac Clarke is detained by the government or the Unitologists, I forget exactly, for 3 years. And basically they extract the plans of the marker from his head, and that's where the marker comes from Dead Space 2. So even though Isaac Clarke detains the marker and destroys it at the end of this game, they still make one from his like messed up mind by the sequel.
The start of Dead Space 2, if I remember correctly, it's the one where you're in a straitjacket.
Yes.
To start, that's Kino. That's Kino as all heck.
Dead Space 2 is still my favorite in the franchise, but this is very close. Honestly, my only complaints with Dead Space 1 was a little bit too much backtracking, which this game still has. It's just the structure of the Ishimura. And the... Whoa! Also, this game's really loud, sorry. I need audio to hear Necromorph, so I can't do anything about it.
You want an unpopular opinion, YouTube land? Here it is. Dead Space 3, it's not that bad.
Everyone okay?
People make it seem like it's a 2 out of 10. It's just like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
it's just kind of generic.
Dead Space 3 isn't that bad, but it is a huge mess. It is so conflicted, and obviously it's mostly because of EA meddling.
But better than a broken neck.
And honestly, this remake, as good as it is, still leaves me with a lot of mixed opinions, because this remake is good because they just followed the blueprints of the original game while modernizing it. And it's like, they didn't add stupid crap, they didn't add microtransactions, they didn't add, like, crafting from Dead Space 3. They just left it alone. But, like, if EA didn't meddle so much with Dead Space 3, and especially 3, and kept throwing money at it and expected ridiculous sales, the series wouldn't have died in the first place. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, big publishers, they have all the money, but they're really stupid.
Daily reminder, Dead Space 2 and 3 had online passes. Remember those? Remember online passes?
Yeah. Thank God those died, like, I swear, like, less than 5 years.
Yeah, it just so happened to be like, I think EA started it. In fact, I think the first game that ever had it was... It might have been Dead Space 2, or it might have been
I know
Battlefield 3.
I know Ubisoft really pushed that too with Uplay, but I think it was after EA started doing it. Very surprisingly, Activision never jumped on board on that. Imagine Call of Duty with online passes.
Yeah, based Activision for once? At least for a moment.
Hey, can I have one of those pulse rifles?
No.
Actually, never mind. Pulse rifles
Thanks
sucks.
for didn't take out the sign.
Did they change his rig and everything a little bit?
It's a little bit different. In fact, there's a extra where you can see the original model. You can change into it.
Oh, that's
And it's
cool.
like the same textures and the same polygons, so it looks a little bit out of place in this.
Oh, alright.
But it looks a little bit more yellow and a little bit more streamlined for this version, but it's pretty similar.
Rig synced. Collect kinesis and stasis modules from Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. Location.
Do you think Jacob Temple's okay?
Everyone on board is okay. Actually, Jacob Temple is sort of important. You never actually meet him because he's already dead, but one character's obsessed with him. So yeah, this remake is really good at atmosphere. I do have the brightness kind of cranked because we're doing an LP, and I'm not sure how YouTube's going to look. But I think the light in this game looks way better than the original. I was playing the original a bit, and I was like, it didn't hold up as well as I thought. So...
Where's the security detail?
Honestly, in my opinion, I think this is just the version to play now.
There's nothing long.
Especially with the anti-grav controls from the original game. The way that it worked is that you were like basically like cemented to the floor in anti-grav, and then you just like awkwardly floated to another surface that you could, and you never were like floating around in space, while this game does more like the Dead Space 2 thing, which I like a lot better.
Something on the floor here. Seth,
I need that damage report.
Yeah, it's fine, Isaac. Just do the damage report. Jeez.
oh god, now.
What have you got, Isaac?
Shit. It's not just comms from the guidance system. Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the tramps. Could do that kind of damage to a
Also, one other thing that's really nice about the remake is it has a performance mode for 60 FPS. And honestly, in my opinion, I think Gen 7 games have aged the worst because all of them run like trash. This just runs so much better too.
Another malfunction?
No. The quarantine systems are all fine.
Oh, wait. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I freaking hate like 20 to 30 FPS.
Yeah, that's
action games.
Gen
It
7 is
bothers me
all
so
20
much.
FPS.
There's something in here with us.
Up there! How much you think they paid Chen's voice actor? Isaac, run!
I really like Dead Space, but one thing it is not is subtle. We've been on the Ishimura for 2 minutes, and it's already obnoxiously loud.
Yes!
Oh, look at those blood physics.
Oh my gosh!
I think it looks so cool.
You know what they need to do? A remake of Nano Breaker for PS2. the blood stuff would be absurd. Neat.
When I played this game at home, I did it with like my full focus on the game with headphones on, so I could hear everything perfectly. But doing new game hard in this environment would not be too fun. So medium is good with me.
Does he still go? Argh!
Yeah.
Save this guy, dude.
By the way, this game has no gore.
Yeah, when I upload this, I'm gonna mark safe for kids.
Yeah, kid friendly.
That's fine, right?
It's totally fine.
M for many good moments. Many hugs.
We shot that fucker right between the eyes, and it didn't die. This time they're shooting his fucking arms and legs off. For God's sake, send help!
Oh my god, Isaac. You made it.
Just. They're everywhere. Chen. Is he?
He's gone. Nothing I can do. What the fuck are these things?
The ones I saw. Some of them were wearing Ishimura uniforms.
They're the crew? How the hell can they be the crew? Look at them.
We need to get to the bridge.
It's
There's
weird to
1,000
compare
people
this
who
to
are
like
We
a
can't.
silent pro
Transit
tag
is
from the
wrecked.
original. They had to do
Everything's
all
locked
this
down
stuff
because
with
of quarantine.
literally no
And you're both
talking.
Yeah.
Vertex. So how do we do
I
this?
think it works in the original game, but some of the because Isaac Clarke, like his girlfriend, is on this ship, and they tried to tug at your heartstrings with like sort of the relationship and the twist with
And the
that.
data board's burned out.
It works much
I
better
can't
in this
lock down or
version.
call the tram until we get a spare from the maintenance bay.
And believe me, when I first played Dead Space 2 and I knew that like Isaac had a voice, I was pretty apprehensive, but the voice actor for Isaac is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure Nicole's okay. She's the doctor, right? She'll do the smart thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell me, YouTube land, is Nicole okay?
Find somewhere safe.
She's
I'll
fine.
be back soon.
What if that was the big twist? Oh, Nicole's okay. Nope. 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 Solid state drive my butt. That took a second to load.
No, this game just constantly like does not allow you to have fun sometimes. I would say the one thing I'm the most disappointed with this remake is they didn't add like an option to skip like cutscenes or anything. Like you can't skip anything in this game. So
It's stasis this quick?
yeah.
Holy crap.
Honestly, stasis is pretty pivotal for like everything. But yeah, in the original you get it pretty quick too.
You know what? And it came out around the same time as this, a couple years before. But you know what game could
That
use...
scared me.
Oh my gosh. You know what game could use a remake like this? BioShock 1. That would be cool.
That would be awesome. And like, look, I have the brightness like pretty far up, and it's very dark.
You know what game I never beat because it was too hard? Alien Isolation. Literally played it on, like, medium or whatever, and the second that, like, it wasn't the alien that did it in for me, it was the freaking robots. They're so annoying to hide from.
They are not the fun part. I think the biggest problem with Alien Isolation is that it's too damn long.
It's really long for a game like that.
It is like honestly like a 20-hour playthrough, and like for a horror game like that, it's just too much.
I swear, the first time I met the robot guys, I like died on the spot like 20 times, and I was like, if this is how it's gonna be, I'm not playing this game. You know, like I went through all the alien stuff just fine, and I got at least a couple hours into the game, but those robots like literally just find you anywhere, you know? Or androids or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, the working crows.
No idea. I've just been breaking down. Hearing things. Kind of gears, know what you need.
The sound design in this is loud.
Yes. Dead Space is not a subtle game, and I'm sorry that this is going to be a loud playthrough, but I need it.
I need it! Will it give anything away if I ask if there an enemy type's on this game?
What enemy type?
The one that you can't beat?
Yes, it's here.
Sweet.
That's in the original game, too.
Oh yeah, I forgot if it was first introduced in 2. You know when there's like 3 that come out within a couple years of each other, like some stuff like blends together. Not so much with 3, but you know, with 1 and 2.
Yes. Oh yeah, there's more necromorphs. Dude, playing on normal is so... Oh, hi.
Dude, if I had stasis, you know what I would do? If I saw a customer I didn't want to coming in, I would just stasis them and then put them across the street. Huh? How'd I get here? Why do I keep ending up across the street? Worth it. Or no, like, you're in a long line at the post office, and you just, like, stasis all the people in front of you and move them to the back.
The tram was jamming the whole system.
That's one down. You said a data board was fried too?
The inventory said there's a spare board in the maintenance bay.
That was
Can't run the
rude.
trams without it.
This place is already falling apart.
It really is. One of my least favorite necromorphs.
You know that part where you go to, like, try something out on the ship and it works? Remember that part?
Always happens.
It's like, hey, turn on the oxygen. Wait, it's already on. Great.
Oh wait, this necromorph's my least favorite. The ones that spit acid.
Ooh. I like the one that's on the wall that's like a, what is it called, the Screamer?
Those are also awful. Dude, Dead Space is just like RE4, where you're like, I hate everything about this game, but then when you play it, it's super fun.
I was watching a review on this, and someone made a good point. Compared to a lot of other horror games where, like, the stuff gets up close and personal with you, you can't, like, enjoy to the maximum ability, like, the enemy designs, because they're never going to be close to you. Or you know what I mean, you don't want them to be close to you. The whole deal is that, take them down as far away from you as you can. So that thing Trev just did, I think, is one of the new things they added to this game.
Yeah, the power routers is definitely new. One really weird thing that they omitted from this entire game is the concept of powered node doors. You know when you put like a powered node into like a locked door and it gives you a bunch of stuff? It does not exist in this game, and I don't know why.
Huh.
Power nodes in general, you know how like in the original game, you could use like a couple power nodes on like a weapon or a suit upgrade and not get anything. There's just empty nodes. Well, in this game, every node gives you something. There's no empty nodes to deal with. So in general, like, power nodes are just, like, way better.
Get Shrek'd. Are you gonna get any other weapons besides the plasma cutter?
Yeah, using other weapons. You can do it with just the plasma cutter, but it's a lot more fun with the other guns. Not all of them are good. Hello?
Boy, there are a lot of these just flammable things. I guess you got hit?
I did, yeah.
It's kind of weird.
That's definitely the problem with now playing with headphones. I just had no idea where that necromorph was.
Hey Isaac, we're in this safe space, but we need you to go out and reroute this power in the den of the monsters.
That's the entire game. Hey Isaac, can you do this thing while I sit in this control room?
Oh my god. You know what it's just like? Do you remember season 1 episode of South Park where they want to find out who Cartman's mom is, and they're at the hospital, and they're like, "All right, we need to reroute the power. Team A is me, Cartman, Kenny, the doctor, blah blah blah, and Team B is Kenny." And then Kenny has to go out and like do all this like he literally has to go out and like climb through the sewers and do all this crazy stuff to reroute the power while they're drinking cocoa in the hospital. That's exactly what it's like. Ooh, dog it.
This game is so dark when it wants to be.
Well, especially since now you can reroute power, literally.
Yeah, it'll constantly do stuff like that where you either have to turn off the air or the lights to do something.
I think it's behind you? No. There it is, to your left, yeah.
I hear something.
Kinda.
Isaac, we can't stay here much longer. There's a lot of movement.
Hold on. I got the data board. I'm coming back to tram control now.
Daniel, get ready to go.
I'm coming back right now. Never mind. Let me go to this bench.
Alright, 3. I'm not going to be upgrading the suit much, but 1 HP and 1 air is pretty nice. I should probably also do this size when I get another one.
Welcome to the Ishimura.
What's the one? Aha. Gotta get the plasma energy early, because this game ramps up, and the necromorphs get more tanky as time goes on, too. So, oh, God, it's still alive.
plasma energy work on all weapons?
No, it's just the plasma cutter.
Ah.
Yeah, Dead Space 3 is the only one with universal ammo.
Maybe that's what I'm remembering.
Yeah.
Data board reinstalled. System restart complete. Coughing trap.
Despite this game only coming out like 5 days ago, I beat this game like 3 times now. It's just one of those games that like, literally, I don't do this almost ever anymore, but it's one of those games that like, when I wake up to when I go to bed, I'm just playing this game. It's just so addicting. I think Dead Space 1 is like just one of the most perfectly crafted games that appeals to me. Like, I like horror action games. Like, pure horror is pretty hard for me to just like play on a whim, and pure action games are a little bit too boring. It depends on what it is, but horror action is like one of my favorite genres, and it barely exists.
It's true, because horror action means that there has to be some sort of a budget to it. Like, I've played so many horror games that have like no budget, because you don't need to fine-tune stuff like the gameplay or the difficulty or anything like that, you know? Whereas in action games you do, because if an action game's too easy, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Whereas a horror game, it doesn't really matter if it's easy or hard. It's all about the atmosphere and everything.
And I guess I mean specifically shooter games. It's hard for me to get into just normal shooter games.
I would literally play this on 100 brightness. Like, this is ridiculous.
I really like how atmospheric and dark it is. TBH.
They can or can't open doors.
They can't open doors, but they can follow you through, like, the vents. Like, it could just jump out of here.
Ah, okay.
But I think because there's some story progression, it's not going to do it.